crazy though, because the story is at some point you didn't believe in the dream anymore.
Yeah.
But the reality was God was just slowly opening up the right timeline, the right mindset for you, the right openness for you, the right people for you to work with so that you could just step in those opportunities. But I have one question, and I think this is going to be hard to answer, but I want you to name drop, okay? Are there
Wow.
people are there people who weren't nice to you when you were here in the Philippines jobless, who are now nice to you because you're an anchor for ESPN Global? And who are they? Because we want to call them out.
Oh no, like when I because okay,
And
so
were there girls who weren't replying to you? Because I'm sure there were, that then all of a sudden remembered to DM you and ask how you were because now you're an anchor for ESPN Global. I mean, just name drop them.
I will be completely honest because nobody knew that this was going on. Even when I moved here, when I posted the picture that I was on the plane, nobody knew what was happening. Like, the only people that knew were my closest friends, my family. The moment that I did announce it though, and just to piggyback of what we were saying a while ago, I was never really the most popular guy. I knew a lot of people, but it's not like I had a lot of friends. That's just the way that it is. I always kept my circle very, very small. But when I announced that I was coming here, and when I announced what I was doing, grabe parts, ang dami kong kaibigan bigla. As in, sobrang dami kong kaibigan. Promise. Ang dami. Tas I went from, why are you dating Aaron Atayde, to all of a sudden becoming an eligible bachelor. I felt like, wow. But
no, you became one of those guys that went like, yeah, I dated Aaron once, like he was really nice. Like before he became an ESPN anchor, we dated like a couple of times.
We went out a couple times.
Yeah.
No, I don't think anyone's going to get around to doing that. I mean, I think I had my 15 minutes in the sun. Everyone saw me post that and they're like, oh, he lives in Connecticut now and he works for ESPN. I think that has kind of died down now. And I'm actually really happy about that. Mm-hmm. I'm really happy that, you know me, I'm here to talk about sports. See, like I'm doing this show and I have sports in the background just in case, that's just what I'm here for. I'm not here for fame. I'm not here for anything like that. That means nothing to me. Mm-hmm. In all reality, I'm really here because I want my nephews to see that their dream of being a sportscaster is possible, and everyone can say that, hey, you're a Filipino, you're an Asian. I'm the first homegrown Asian to be doing this. Mm-hmm. First homegrown Asian. So it's not about the fame or anything like that. Those are just jokes, but it is really more for I've gotten emails and emails and DMs from people just saying, my dream can happen now, and that means the world to me, and that's why I do it.
Yeah. Obviously, we were just joking, guys.
Obviously, yes.
To anybody who
please don't take us seriously. If there's one thing that anyone, if you're a first-time listener to Adulting with Joyce Pring with a shot of sanity with Aaron Atayde, do not take us seriously ever.
Yeah. Don't do it. But okay, but I wanted to ask Parts. I feel like there are a lot of lessons that you probably learned from this experience. I'm sure. And we haven't really gotten to that yet. We haven't really gotten to the things that you've learned, not just by getting this dream job, but also by moving to a different country in the middle of the pandemic, losing, if you're open to talking about it, because you did post it on your Instagram, losing your dad before all of this happened, and losing your job, losing your hope even, which I feel like a lot of us have been experiencing over the past 2 years that we've been all cooped up because of this pandemic. How do you get over that? How do you get over and find your hope again and find your happy again when it feels like at some point all's been lost?
That is a very good question, because during the pandemic, the reason why we were doing Shot of Sanity, the reason why we got back, and to some extent, the reason why there's so many podcasts right now, is because we were all in this pandemic together and we needed an outlet to, to really vent and to try and find hope. And we were able to do some of that, but you know that despite what everyone thought, that we were in such a good place, and people, they lauded us for like, oh, at least Aaron and Joyce are always, they always seem like they're good. What a lot of people don't see is that the hour before me and Joyce start actually recording and we're just talking to each other, and the hour afterwards that we're recording, we're talking about a lot of times that we have lost hope and we are scared, and we are frustrated, and we both came to the realization that everything needed to happen. Every misstep, every mistake that we made, every mistake that was done to us, every time that we were hurt and every time that we hurt someone else, every job that you didn't get and every job that you did, and every job that you had and every job that was taken from you, every person that you dated and every person that you obviously not dating anymore, it was all part of the journey. And the best thing that I can tell anyone right now that is feeling that you're feeling that there's no good that's coming out of anything. I've been there. I know what that feels like. I know that what it feels like to have family problems, to have financial problems, to have relationship problems, to have friendship problems, and all of that, all under the umbrella of a pandemic at the same time. And it's just all consuming. But kinakain ka eh. You don't know how to get out of it. You just have to endure and pray. If you are frustrated with the problems that you're going through right now, don't worry. You're gonna get through it just how you got through that other thing.
We've already had this conversation, but it's always so good to talk about it because I always love being able to hear you talk about something that you love, something that's given you hope. And even to hear that there are people out there who are just willing and waiting to give you opportunities that you can just step into and flourish in. And it's so beautiful to see how much you've grown and how beautiful life is there, even if you're just, if you're the only Filipino in Connecticut, in that area of Connecticut, at least.
Yeah. Namimiss ko na mag-Jollibee, yun lang daw.
At least 2 hours away, may Jollibee naman sa New York.
Malapit lang naman yung New York.
Pag gusto mo ng chismis at Jollibee, punta ka lang sa New York.
Yeah.